Hello. Hello. Last time you were very happy from cooking one, so we were doing it. I am doing again kind of soup, and also my dinner for tonight. So it's gonna be two in one, of course, with the pumpkins because it's a pumpkin season. So yeah, feel free to ask me any questions you would like to you would like me to answer, and yeah, in the meantime, I am gonna talk a little bit about how it's been. So, uh, Luxembourg, it's been really rainy these days. Like, it's been raining for like, I think, a week already, and it's getting quite cold as well. So, I wouldn't say it's the greatest weather we could have had. But at least it's warm, relatively. I don't know if end of October 10 degrees is warm, but I feel like it's still warm. I still refuse to wear like winter clothes. So yeah. So it's not the worst, but neither the best. I don't like rain so much. So yeah, this is the update on Luxembourg. It's visibly getting empty because this week it's school holiday. So actually, there's no school for I think the whole week, and therefore a lot of people went away. Why do I always cut my fingers when I cook with you? Anyways, so a lot of people actually went away. So so Luxembourg was quite empty. We went out yesterday with friends. One part was very empty, but very full. Another place was quite empty, and it was for sushi. But I'm not sure if this place is usually full or empty. Every time we go, it's relatively okay. Oh, hello. First person decided to say hello. Thank you so much for all your videos about Luxembourg and EU traineeship. Thank you for your videos. I managed to come here for the traineeship. Oh, Rita, congrats. Congrats. I'm very happy for you. Did you already start it? Like, I assume you started last month or 2 months ago. Congratulations, as EU traineeships are not an easy thing to get into. And if someone tells you otherwise, they were just super lucky that they didn't have difficult way to get in. It's usually quite competitive. So good for you that you got in. Congrats. I really appreciate your comment, guys. So yeah, whenever you write me something, it gives me a purpose of continuing. So I'm very happy that it helps. I've been recently asked a lot of questions because I think the applications for Parliament ends more or less tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday, end of October, I think. You started 1st of October, great. Which institution you went to, if you don't mind sharing here with everyone? What institution you got in? Because yeah, there are a few of them in Luxembourg. I know I did mainly on EIB and on Parliament, but so I assume it's Parliament, but just my guess. Okay, for people who are actually interested in my cooking, I will do some type of soup. So first I will start with lentils. I put already some water and dado, however you call dado in any other language than Italian. I will put probably around like a cup or a little bit more of lentils, red lentils, which I will start with the whole cooking. And yeah, I will do carrots, onion, and then I will start preparing also my dinner, which is gonna be pasta with the pumpkin. So just to give you a bit of the insight of what I am doing here. I went to European Parliament. Congrats. As there is one spot per traineeship given. So you're the chosen one. So very much congratulations to you. And honestly, to anybody who gets the job, like for some people, it's relatively easy to get a job. For other people, it's not. Traineeships in European institutions are definitely not the easy ones. They are not the ones that comes easy to anyone. And I would say now, after the amazing 2 years of which I don't want to tell the name of 2020, 2021, also 2022, let's say. now it's getting back to being very competitive, and a lot of people are willing to move around again. So yeah, so good. Mm. And if you're in Luxembourg, Rita, you can tell us how you like it, if you like it, if you don't like it, how much you enjoy the amazing weather outside. I mean, you might be also somewhere else if you're in Parliament. You might be also in other location. I mean, technically, every single institution should have locations outside of Luxembourg as well. But EIB, for example, is only in Luxembourg. So let us know how do you like it wherever you are. It's always funny because like every single life in the end comes out to European institutions. It's such a big topic. I should probably do more videos. I actually want to do so much the videos with my friends about like the ones who did traineeships in Parliament. To give you more like an insight, even if one of them already told me, like I don't remember half of the things, but yeah, they are going to be able to share their experience, and not only mine from EIB. Okay, I will be graduating from university in May, so I doubt they will employ me. The weather is rainy, so employment with the institution is never easy. So it's if you're not going to be too busy, they might give you extension of your contract, and then when you're going to be already free, graduated, so from let's say September, they may offer you a contract. That's what happened to most of my friends. They got offered a contract, but like always how you call them, one is a temporary agent, I think, and the other one also has a name. I don't remember the names in Parliament, but basically the contracts are usually for 1 year. So yeah. Yeah, it's it's rainy. It rains all the time. Welcome to this side of Europe. I don't know where you're from, Rita, just by the name. I mean, last name. Last name doesn't say anything, but the first name I know, Rita, is a popular name in Italy. So maybe you're Italian. So if you're not from rainy part of Italy, that can be shocking. But yeah, usually this part of Europe is rainy anyways. So I would say nothing surprising. And as I said at the beginning of life, I think it's still relatively warm for October. But maybe it's just my in my head, honestly. Maybe it's usually that cold warm in October, and I just didn't happen to notice before. Yeah. If you're Ukrainian, it's almost always there. I mean, I just assume based on Poland. Poland is usually this way as well. Not super rainy, but I would say it's not the least rainy country in Europe. So yeah. I didn't know they call people Rita in Ukraine. Hello. I see your comments a lot. I hope you will get your exchange. Sorry, it's not to you, Rita. It's to the other guy who's a guy or girl. I actually don't know who is commenting. I really hope you will go on exchange with any of the scholarships, organizations, whoever is organizing the things, because exchange was really life-changing to me. I say until the day of today, that's how I am basically here, because it all started with exchange way back, almost 10 years ago. I can't believe it's been already 10 years, almost 10 years that I went on my exchange. Actually, 8.5. But yeah, 8.5. Yes. It's gonna be 9 in July. It's gonna be 10 in July next year. Oh yeah, it's been a while. Okay. So Rita's full name is Martina. So it's a bit more similar to Ukrainian. Yeah. We have Martina in Polish. So yeah. Hello to everyone who's coming. As per usual, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will talk about topics that are already in the questions. So I know that it might not be for everyone, but like I went. Oh, sorry, I'm crying because of the honest. I went a few years ago on exchange. I did a few videos on it. I always recommend to people exchanges, Erasmus programs, even exchanges within the same country, when you can just check out the other university. I'm just gonna wash my hands. We're gonna check out the other university, and you're just gonna get to know how it works elsewhere. Um, it is such a valuable experience, in my opinion, to do so. It really changes the perspective on things, and I really think that many, 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 many people would be elsewhere in life if they would go on exchange, just because it kind of opens up mind, it opens up the opportunities for people, I would say. So yeah. Now I'm gonna crave a bit the inside of the pumpkin that I opened a bit before the live, because last time I was opening it and I was so scared I'm gonna cut myself in front of you all that this time I decided it's not the best idea to cut it live. I will do, again, for whoever just joined, I will do a soup that is going to be my dinner for the next few days, but it's going to be like full soup, including meat, lentils, veggies, so it's going to be more like on heavier side soup that I'm going to eat probably like with bread or something like this. And then for tonight, I will prepare myself pasta zucchini with pumpkin, which I happen to call in Italian because that's how I'm used to call it. But yeah, pumpkin season is on. Let me know if you like pumpkins. I really do like pumpkins in any form: sweet, savory, warm, cold as a cake. You know that it's already cooled down. Really, pumpkins are amazing in my opinion. My mom used to do a lot of things with pumpkins. I mean, she still does. I just don't live at home anymore, so I don't enjoy pumpkin season. Now I can kind of enjoy my pumpkin season. She does amazing pumpkin soup, like a cream soup. That's not what I'm going to do today. My soup is going to be more everything together, because in Poland we eat usually soup as a first dish, and then we have a normal second dish, a normal dish aside of the soup. So I am more treating a soup currently as a full meal because it's just easier to make it this way. So yeah. So we know that Rita is from Ukraine. Where are you from, guys? As you may know, if you follow me, you know that I am Polish. I don't live in Poland from a while. I've been here and there, in mainly in Europe. And yeah, and I would love to hear where you guys are from. You know, these lives are always a surprise. How is it going to go? I always try to find a topic to have at least one thing to talk about. Then usually I just answer the questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And last time, I remember when I was cooking, it was a crazy live. We had so many people on, so many questions. It was super interesting. People were even starting to, get interested in other people's questions. So that's super, super nice, because sometimes you ask the question and you're just interested in the answer for your question and not really what other people are doing. But yeah, last time it was so much different for other people. So last live was very, very nice. Let's hope this one is gonna wake up a bit as well. I'm more than happy to answer you guys. And you can tell me even stuff like, do you like pumpkins? What are you doing for Halloween? Let me know, guys, as well. Me personally, for Halloween, I don't think I will do anything special. We may meet up with some of the friends, maybe cook something, from pumpkins, watch some not so scary movie, as I am not the best at the scary movies, and just, chill out a bit. Some of my friends went home because there is a one day off this week. So Wednesday is off as the 1st of November. So yeah, it's as I mentioned as well, the city is so empty. So many people went with kids on holidays or went on holidays overall. So the city is quite empty, 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 empty. So yeah. I mean, also the rainy weather is not helping with making people happy to go out, you know. So yeah. Okay. Um, so we started to talk about the European institutions. So let me maybe continue for a bit about this topic. European institutions are quite popular in Luxembourg. I would say now, good for them. They have actually 2 days off. I have only one day off. I have only first of November, and most of the institutions have also the 2nd of November off. So that's quite good if you work there. Um, and yeah, some institutions are very, very popular, strictly connected to Luxembourg, which is, for example, European Investment Bank. European Investment Bank is basically Luxembourg. There are a few small places in other sides of Europe, but mainly it's located in Luxembourg. So if you decide to go for EIB, I really recommend you to do so in Luxembourg because your possibilities to get in are just higher. And whenever you apply to the institutions, apply for as many options as you can. Usually it's 3 options, but apply for them because you never know what you're gonna get. You never know what is gonna be the outcome, who's gonna like you more, or which team you're gonna like. Because in the end, I know it's not so usual for recent graduates. It was not for me either to actually be in choice of what you prefer. You usually just take what they give. But yeah, I would say it's quite important to do so as well. Okay, let me do one thing, guys. I just have to do one small update on something. Okay, so yeah, we're staying here for. I think I was aiming around 1 hour, 45 minutes, depending how long the cooking is gonna take me. So so you'll see how much it's gonna live. Uh, Feel free to follow up on things and yeah. So uh, as I am focusing on the pumpkin, I just wanted to share with you this super simple recipe. So basically, it's pumpkin. We're gonna cut it in cubes. I already had the water that is starting to slowly boil over there. And once the water is gonna boil, I mean, even before it's gonna start to boil, I'm gonna put the pumpkin. I'm gonna cook it until it's gonna be soft. When it's gonna be soft, if it's gonna be soft enough, I'm gonna make it, quite squeeze. I don't know how to say it, like mash it. Mash it, that's the proper verb. If not, I'm just gonna use blender and I'm gonna blend it so it's more creamy. Because then in the end, we're gonna need creamy sauce in which we're gonna cook pasta. So yeah, and that's basically the end of philosophy of pasta with pumpkin. It's literally 2 ingredients: pasta and pumpkin, plus of course salt, pepper, whatever for the taste you would wish. If you have a cheese like Parmigiano or Grana, you can use it as well in the end. I don't have, so I won't use it. I know my friends prefer to have it more spicy, so spices are always welcomed. And yeah, and that's basically the whole philosophy of this pasta, which is basically not philosophy. But yeah, Um, so also, since it started to be, so rainy, gloomy, it was so dark in the morning, and I'm so happy today we finally had in English, like in America, I think they were saying daylight savings thing. So basically, we turn our clocks this like last night. So finally, um, it's gonna be light in the morning. I mean, in the morning depends what time you're gonna wake up. Around 7:40 when I wake up, it should be already light on. So it should be nice. but uh, but yeah, we'll see tomorrow morning when I wake up to work. I know, like last week was terrible. It was so dark in the morning, so dark, and then it was gloomy, rainy. It's not ideal, but I think it's gonna be rainy for the day. I think uh, it's city, and yeah. Okay. Sorry, I had an alarm. Um, so yes, it started to be very, very gloomy, and I don't know how are you, but gloominess is not the easiest weather for waking up. I know that some people don't mind because they put their blinds all the way down and they just turn on the light. I'm used to putting everything dark for the night and then in the morning just open the blinds to see the sun. I mean, sun, at least the sunlight. So, so now I'm gonna be happy again. I would say. Not that I was unhappy, but like it's harder to get out of bed when it's dark. That's one of the things that I really, really didn't like at Poland when I was still there. That it's super, super dark for most, not most, but half of the year. I would say half of the year is dark. So yeah. Um, what else, guys? I will. Uh, I will think about trying to make some more videos on the drops. Go back to what I was doing for the first few months of the year. But these videos are quite demanding, so that's why I need a break from doing them. I have a list of things that you requested. Don't worry about that. It's just still quite difficult to do. So my lentils are boiling, so I'm happy. I'm gonna start preparing pumpkin for the pasta. Gonna do relatively small cubes because otherwise it's gonna cook forever. So you're gonna hear a lot of noise now because I'm gonna cut the pumpkin, which is not easy vegetable to cut. I really like pumpkin, but not preparing pumpkin so much. I know you can buy pumpkin mixes a lot of time, but from them I would say you can do mainly the cakes, not really yeah, soup. Not really. I wouldn't say it's nice to do soup out of the pumpkin from the jar, uh, a jar, a can. So yeah, it's not. At least I don't know any of the recipes to do so. So yeah. So I'm just using the real pumpkin, and actually there's so many offers on the pumpkin always in Luxembourg. It's been 2 years since I think 3 years actually for the this is the first season for pumpkin that I'm in Luxembourg. And yeah, and it's always been on a quite good prices. So I'm always happy with that. You know or not, it's just crazy deals. So yeah, and yeah. Sorry for the noise. I don't know how well you can hear the noise. Mine is quite loud, but uh, but that's the price of doing a cooking noise, right? So uh, so yeah, that was the pumpkin. People, let me know what you wanna talk about. as I am slowly running out of the ideas, and I don't see you coming with new ideas. So maybe today is just not a day for the life. Maybe today is not meant to be a nice family life, which makes sense. As I said, weather-wise, I actually like the Sundays lives because they allow me to, a little bit wrap up the week before starting the new week at work, which is, as I mentioned, happily 4-day week. Um, so don't get me wrong, I do like my job. It's just like from uh, last vacation until now, it hasn't been such a long time, but enough to already get slightly tired. So I'm happy that it's gonna be a day off, and I think it's gonna be a proper day off, like without any special stuff to do. So actually, quite promising. Okay, so pumpkin for my pasta is cut. Now I'm gonna cut the other half of the pumpkin root, the other half of the pumpkin that I will put into my soup. I always call it a soup because it's not really a proper soup. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. No, you're not gonna be able to see because of the light. But I cooked lentils. I did it last week or 2 weeks ago. Then I put some lentils, and they did a great creaminess to the soup, and then make them a little bit more full. As a soup, I also add meat, so it's not for protein intake. I would say it's more for the creaminess of the soup. I will add as well Brussels sprouts that I have washed already, and they're somewhere behind me. Now I will add pumpkin. Sorry for the noise again. Now I will add the pumpkin, and yeah, this is how it's going to be. Pumpkin is super nice because it's not. I mean, it shouldn't get super overcooked, so it should be quite nice for the whole vegetable. I am the worst with adding things in the order. I don't add them in order. So things that shouldn't be overcooked, they are, and things that should be, they are slightly more crunchy, but usually it gives a little bit more texture. So let's be happy about the texture. And that's more or less what I do. Last time I was asked if I cook well. I don't think I am such a great cook, but I can cook enough to have a great meal, to enjoy it. I usually cook for a few days if I cook something bigger, because it's just easier to, have stuff and just warm it up, not having to care in the evening about it. I do have quite a lot of activities after work. At work, luckily, I have lunch, so that's easy peasy. But actually, I just reminded myself I have to go to groceries tomorrow because my fridge is quite empty. I don't want to do it on Tuesday because on Tuesday I'm sure it's gonna be agony. Like people are gonna go crazy as every single time before the bank holiday. People get crazy and there's nothing in the store. So I hope tomorrow after work I'm gonna be able to do it easily. But we'll see. We'll see how is gonna be the situation. But yeah, it's not. It's always according to, like, you always have to plan when there's a bank holiday because there is first of all, stuff is going to be closed, so nothing is going to be open. But second of all, as I said, if you go on Tuesday after work, you're not going to buy anything. Like, it's always empty shelves and stuff. I see some people coming, so feel free to say hello in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know. I also have to tell you, this weekend I've been in Action and in Aldi. Aldi is supposed to be one of the cheapest places, right? I mean, at least in Germany, it's usually the cheapest place. Here, I never found it as that cheap in the first place in comparison to Lidl. But yesterday I went there, and I was quite shocked how pricey it is. Aldi was super pricey. yesterday. The prices were very much similar to the ones in Ashan. And let's say Ashan gives you much more choices. So I was very, very surprised by the prices. But yeah, I guess everything always gets more expensive. I see people coming and going. I'll be more than happy for people who are remaining to say hello. While I am cooking. A bit of salt. I will add to both of them, both the soup and I never know how much salt I should put to stuff. But yeah. So as I said, I was very surprised by the prices. Because I'm not saying that Luxembourg is the cheapest place, but at least the prices used to be more or less consistent in most of the places, I would say. Then, of course, some places are more expensive than others, but you're used to it. They are. So yeah. That was quite surprising to see that the place, which is supposed to be actually quite cheap, because Aldi is like the most discount of the discount shops, I would say. And then I saw it expensive. I was like, why? I mean, expensive. More expensive than Lidl. Let's put it this way. And Lidl was actually on the opposite side of the street, so that was very surprised. I didn't have a great look, I would say. I just went for two things after I went to Action, and yeah. Also, Action. I don't know if that's because I went to Bergen instead of Strassen, and the last time I went to Strassen, it was like, I don't know, a year ago. But I felt like they had more choices. Yesterday I went on purpose of like buying detergents and cosmetics and stuff that usually they don't sell in Lidl. And the Dutch sections were actually quite empty. So I have to say I was not the happiest. I still bought a lot of things, and it's not that I didn't, but I was not the happiest with the choice. But going on purpose on Saturday. Let's call it a morning. It was not a morning, but like right before noon. So yeah. Okie dokie. So, my pumpkins for pasta or boiling. My soup already boiled and now decided not to boil anymore. I'm adding currently Brussels sprouts. I also have cabbage, but I don't know if I'm gonna add the cabbage. If I'm gonna add the cabbage, it's gonna be awful. Not awful, but like all full. So I don't know what to do about the cabbage. I should use it at some point, but it's not bad. Anything is not like nothing gonna happen to the cabbage. So I could. Oh, I lost the Brussels sprouts. So I could skip it today, but we'll see. It's standing right there under on the table. So yeah. So we'll see if I add it. Super random question: do you guys like Brussels sprouts? A lot of people don't like it, but I think a lot of people don't do it the right way. I don't know. I like it really in the soups, and I like it when it's from the oven. I think it's very nice when you do it this way, or roast it on a pan. But I would say roasting on a pan sometimes can get tricky, sticky, or not roasty. They're gonna get cooked. So I prefer to use oven, and I usually do it with something like I did last week: tofu and rice and Brussels sprouts, and it was super good choice. Again, not MasterChef choice, but super good choice. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, let me know, guys, if you like Brussels sprouts. I don't know if you can hear, but it is raining a bit, and it's windy. It's very windy. So, as I said, let me know if you like Brussels sprouts. I think it can be quite nice if done properly. I think a lot of things actually we as kids we associate with wrong way of making it at school or in a preschool. So I think that's how we get discouraged by many vegetables. I would say, just the way that they were, given to us as kids, which is not the I wouldn't say not a proper way. but usually they're just overcooked, and I don't know why many people prefer also overcooked vegetables. Um, I wonder if it's because they are used to it, or why. But I really think so many vegetables would be so nice if they would be not overcooked. I mean, I like overcooked vegetables in the soup. Like for example, like I'm doing now, I really, really like it overcooked most of the times. As I said earlier, I like some when they're crunchy, but most of the times I like overcooked. Hello to new people who showed up or old people who came back. I see the numbers growing. Say hello. I am saying hello. um, I am preparing the soup. As last time I was cooking, it was very, very nice. But I can see already this life is not that live, alive, I would say. Last week, last time I think I did it on Wednesday, so maybe the strategy is I'm doing it on Wednesday, not on Sunday. Maybe people on Sunday are too lazy to offer stuff, or they're eating the family dinners. Even if I'm not sure if that's the dinner time already. I don't know what time you eat dinner. I eat relatively early. For Spain and for Italy, that would be definitely super early time to eat. I mean, I will eat in a while. It's not that I'm going to eat now, but like I'm going to eat around 7:30, I would say. So for Italians and for Spaniards, that's like super, 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 super early. Um, but yeah, I prefer to eat it this way. I usually eat lunch, like not super early, but around 12, 12:30. So that's why I eat also dinner earlier. But I did get used to eating two big meals during the day. Um, I used to eat pasta every day for lunch when I was back in Italy. Now I don't do it so often. Now, for example, today I'm going to have it for dinner because for lunch I didn't want to stay and cook knowing that I'm going to do this live anyways, and I'm going to cook so it can be cooking itself. Mm, so, yeah. I will probably add only peppers more and meat. I don't think I will add the cabbage because I'm looking that it's starting to get quite full, the pot, and I don't want to eat it for the whole week. I want to eat it for a few days. You don't want to eat it for 10 days, more like 3. As I'm going to eat it only for dinners. That's going to be. Oh, actually, Wednesday is off. Maybe I will eat it on Wednesday lunch. But yeah, hello to everyone. Hello, hello. Say hello in the comments to the chat. Ask any questions if you feel like, and I will continue my cooking. So I have few more Brussels sprouts, and then we're gonna get the peppers. I don't know, bell peppers, bell peppers. I think that's the proper name in English. So yeah. So one of the pots is my dinner for tonight, and the other pot is my lunch. Whoever's gonna watch it after is gonna be like, okay, you're repeating yourself. Again, because I see people coming and going. So yeah, it's quite difficult, honestly. I have to tell you guys. Every time before the live, I have no clue how it's gonna be. If it's gonna be very many questions. If it's gonna be no questions. Today is like no questions at all. So I feel like the moment I'm gonna stop cutting things, I'm gonna turn it off because it is also quite demanding for me to pick up the topics. So it's, of course, it's much easier if people give the topics, right? It's usually much easier to keep a conversation. Also, to have a conversation, not to talk to myself, so it's much easier when you write the comments. But I know that not everybody likes to be seen in the comments. So it's totally fine, I would say. If someone doesn't want to, I really enjoy it when you do, but if you don't want to, it's fine. So, bell pepper, I mean, I have 2 of them, 2 bell peppers and 2 pieces of meat, and that should be it for the soup. So, yeah. So, I usually, these ones, the green ones, I usually don't like them so much because the raw ones are not so nice. Uh, but they are good for you. So we eat them in some type of a form. We, meaning me, me and other people who eat them for purpose of vitamins and, uh, and yeah, and also for colors. You know, it's nice to have colors. I'm gonna have orange. I'm gonna have a little bit of green, a little bit of whitish colors. So it's always nice to have colors. I think many people forget. I mean, I'm not a as I always say, I'm not an expert on cooking, but I think a lot of people forget to give a little bit of the color to their food, a little bit of the happiness. Mm. And I am so surprised how in France, at least here, people who are from France eat little vegetable during the meals. In Poland, it's very normal that you have a side of potatoes and you have usually meat, and you have a side of vegetables. And I thought it's every country that does it, but apparently it's not. So you can let me know how is in your country. Do you have like a side of vegetable to almost every meal that you eat? Like a big meal, like a dinner or lunch, depending what is the bigger meal. In Poland, we don't really have like a lunch is associated for me at 12. We do it at 4, so I don't know if you can call it lunch. But in Poland, it's super normal that you always have a side of the vegetable, and it's either cooked or raw vegetable. So we have many, many, many different types of, let's call them salads. They're not exactly salads, but there's no proper translation in English for the salads we do. So it's very normal that you have a side of the vegetable. Everybody at my workplace, they always laugh at me because I don't consider potatoes as a vegetable. I mean, not as a vegetable for side. For me, potatoes are carbs for a dish. They are not like I don't know, bell pepper or zucchini or mushrooms or something. I don't think mushrooms are vegetables, but like in Poland we consider them side as vegetable. For example, if you have a salad next to your food, I will not put it equal to potatoes, like at least me. Let me know, guys, because I think it's not usual that people are not eating so many vegetables. We should eat so many portions of vegetable, actually. I know I don't eat enough, and I know many people don't, and it's totally fine. We are not nobody will make us do it. But I am surprised that people are not used to it. I am very very surprised. So let me know how is it in your country while I take a drink of sip of water because I was very 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 surprised. Because also I don't consider Poland as a necessarily most vegetable country. It's funny that Poland is also considered potato Europe, according to the map of potato tomato Europe. I don't know if you're aware of potato tomato Europe, but we actually have quite good tomatoes, eh? So I am quite offended when I see that Poland is potato Europe. I mean, we are definitely potato Europe. We eat potatoes all the time, every day, all day, every day. But we have good tomatoes. Like we cannot say we don't have good tomatoes. We have really really good tomatoes. So let's be we are tomato potato Europe. We are not only potato Europe. If you're from tomato Europe and you ever come to Poland, try the Polish tomatoes. But proper Polish tomatoes. When you go on the market, you buy Polish tomatoes. We have these tomatoes that we call raspberry tomatoes. They are actually very very nice tomatoes. They used to be much better, as everything I would say. But still, they are very very nice tomatoes. And I personally think they are much better than some tomatoes in the tomato Europe. So just putting it to the word that sorry tomato Europe, you might not be the best in all tomatoes, but I lost it. But I know that many I made so much mess today with this life and cooking. That many places with tomatoes have a great cherry tomatoes. So sorry for the noise. I have to pick up the Brussels sprout, which I lost earlier. And as I am not liking to waste food, I will just wash it off and put it in. And yeah. So And everything is nicely boiling. Brussels sprout is in. Gone. I'm gonna add some meat. Oh, hello, Arif. Thank you for joining for my live without people. All people are joining now. Maybe it's because of you, Arif. Arif is my friend from university, from Naples. Cool. Uh, made me survive. Thanks to him, I graduated probably because he was always helping me with studies. Um, so thank you, Arif. 3 people, 6 people, 10 people now. You see, Arif, you made it all amazing. Thank you, Arif, for coming. You just made people come. But so yeah, so Arif was my friend at university, and I hadn't seen him actually since we graduated. We have to see each other, Arif. It's been a while. Uh, but yeah, my university, my master's degree, if not Arif, it would be very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Just saying. Rely on people that you study with, because sometimes otherwise you're not gonna make it. Uh, so yeah, it's good to have a good study group that will motivate you. So yeah. What was I saying before? I lost my track because Arif came to the chat. Um, so hey, now I can talk about university. Actually, it's been a while that I was speaking about my university. Ah, yeah, amazing experience. Our university was amazing experience. I agree. Recommending to everyone, mainly to people who don't want to do PhD. Definitely a program to apply for. Um, oh, the life. I'm so like, you know what is the worst? I said to myself after graduating, I'm not doing exam ever again in my life, and I just committed to doing exam for certification at work. So good for me, right? Very good decision. I'm just gonna wash my hands, guys. If you don't see me, it's because I'm next to the sink. I'm pretty sure you cannot hear me, but yeah. Mm. So yeah, I really, really hoped I'm not gonna ever study again, for example. But if you wanna grow, unfortunately, you have to do what you have to do. So yeah. Okay, guys. So I am almost done. Mm, I'm almost done with my soup, and mm, and please let me know if you would like to continue, or not, because me talking to myself is not easy. but uh, but if you have any questions, I am more than happy to answer them as per usual. Also, let me know if you get any issues with the live, if you cannot hear me or something, because maybe that's the issue actually. That was very good to discovering after 48 minutes. But yeah. Okay. So, remaining people who are still here with me, show up on the chat, or otherwise we end it. Sorry for the dramatic part, but we can either continue talking when I am doing my pasta, or uh, or we can finish it up. Let me just actually go grab my pasta from. For you, it's gonna be from behind because my pasta is. Oh, it's actually almost cooked. Okay, great. My pumpkin is almost cooked, which made me very, very happy. I'm gonna just grab 2 things, pasta and 1 cup that I will need for the water from the pumpkin. Uh, Also, this this pasta is one of few pastas that you can cut for cooking. So let me grab some pasta that I will cut into pieces. Because whenever you don't have a short pasta and you're doing some type of cream pasta, like I do today, which is pumpkin, or if you would do chickpeas, or if you would do any other small pasta, you are allowed to crush the spaghetti, like I will do right now, and yeah, and you're just happily can do what Italians say is a crime. They accept this. They don't say it's a crime. So unless some Italians do, not Italians that I know, I would say. So yeah. So So let me just cut the pasta for you all guys. And we're gonna finish it. My soup is almost ready, which is also a nice thing, because then it's gonna be done. I'm not sure if it's gonna be that nice this time. We'll see. We'll see. It's all always a lottery. Sorry, I reminded myself about microeconomics, where we were always talking about lottery. So that was inside joke with me, myself, and maybe Adi if he's still here. But yeah, lotteries are funny part of economics, I would say. That was irony. We are definitely not funny part of economics. But yeah, if you need a degree, that's what you do. You do what you not necessarily enjoy. So that's it. I actually wonder how much of the noises that I'm making you can hear. Because if you can hear all the of each spaghetti portion that I am cracking, that's actually quite funny. But, yeah. So people, I don't see a lot of people here anymore, which makes me feel like we can finish it up. I'll see you on another live. Just yeah, let me maybe know what other topics you would like to talk about on the next live. Maybe that's going to be a better strategy coming, because today is not a lot of flow. And yeah, I wish you guys a very very good evening. I will continue to cooking my pasta and finish my soup. And yeah, have a good evening, guys. Thank you for coming.